And now, as we open up, we will prepare first and foremost a moment of silence for our dear friend McLovin and his late friend Brian Kelly.
We will not pray for Brian Kelly.
What, dude? What happened? What happened? You didn't want the Brian Kelly or what? Y'all are happy he's going out of Baton
Oh, we're
Rouge?
we're praising the Lord that He is gone. Like we're happy. We're
I'm
happy
trying to
right
get better at
now.
these sound effects. Um, yeah, man. Just take it from there, McLovin. Let's start the show like that. Take it from there.
Start off.
This is your enchilada.
I wasn't going to wear an LSU shirt tonight.
Why? Don't
Just
do
just
that.
prior to yesterday. Prior to yesterday.
Yeah, don't do that.
But then yesterday happened, and I'm so proud of LSU from getting rid of them. I didn't think they were. But I think
Well,
that
right
their
off,
Asian
right off the
loss was
top, what part? Brian Kelly? Can we just acknowledge Brian Kelly is not a bad coach?
he's not a bad coach. He's
I
just
think it's the wrong situation. Like I told you, I think through the week, it's like if Ed O went to Stanford, I mean, he would stick out like a sore thumb. It would be a little strange. I mean, the culture. I mean, now I don't know if that West Coast ball is ready to, you know, get it big in the trenches. I don't know, especially with Coach O. So I'm sure he's going to find like look here at the end of the day. What kills me, and I heard somebody say it too, and it's a great point. We're paying a lot of people, or fixing to start paying a lot of people, a lot of money to not even coach. I mean, that's what Joel Klatt said earlier today. He said, I joke about coaching all the time. He's like, I'll get paid to get fired, like go coach and get paid that $50 million buyout. That's a
right.
lot of. What was the initial? Do we know the buyout on Brian Kelly?
It's potentially 54 million.
Maybe he may. I don't know, dude. I'd love to. Is it wrong to say I'd love to be a coach that got fired?
Right.
Oh, push me down the wayside. He's probably got. What if you just see Brian Kelly, like just have box seats at the LSU game for like the next 10 years? He's just the biggest LSU fan now. So, as far as the rumor mill, McLovin, what are y'all hearing? What are you hearing? What do you like? What do you don't like? I saw Dion with a purple and gold there, and I said, I don't know. That's a hot take there. So, what do
I,
you
I
like
don't
and what
think
do you not like?
I like. First off, these are two people you have to go after, whether they say no or. Actually, I got four. I got four.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Two are coaching right now, and
Are
two are
you gonna
gone.
rank them, or are we gonna do this in?
I'll do the first two.
Okay.
I mean, the first one's Nick Saban. You go throw 15 million at him.
I mean, I
Second
don't.
one, the second
Okay, hang
one.
on, hang on though. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Do you have them? You have
Yeah,
four
yeah,
already
yeah.
locked in? Is
I
what
got
you're
four locked
saying?
in.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nick Saban,
Uh
Urban
huh.
Meyer, then you go Dan Lanning or Kiffin. Those
So
are your top
okay.
four. Those are the four people you
Um.
call immediately.
So let's be realistic, McLovin. Let's start with Nick Saban.
Right.
Okay. Here's why I think Nick Saban is an enchilada, like a big enchilada all to itself. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I just think there would always be. I just think that there would always be that Alabama dynamic. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but he said his biggest regret in life was leaving LSU.
Yeah, but he still has the Bama dynamic. So you're just gonna
That
say,
doesn't
okay,
matter.
you go to LSU, like I'm trying to think of a coach like Daryl K. Roll is probably the biggest as far as the Longhorn fan goes. Yeah, Mac Brown, he strings some wins together.
Yeah.
I don't even know if anybody even remembers Tom Herman and Charlie Strong,
I remember
but
them.
it's just like if it's just like man, it's just like if Daryl K. Royal went to coach Oklahoma after he retired. Like Alabama done sent them on their way. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would always kind of be a weird dynamic. Um, the interest is out there for Saban though. That's the thing. There's a lot of chatter. That's what's confusing. I
Yeah,
just hope it doesn't turn into one of those things like Bill Belichick at UNC because that's just horrific. Like the man's probably going to get fired after his first season, and that is a Hall of Fame NFL coach with a 22-year-old wife. I mean, it just it kind of taints his legacy there, and it's I don't know for me at least. Maybe everybody else is still
right.
diehards, but anyways, spot number two. Okay, why do you so you just like Saban because Saban is what Saban is?
Right. I mean, Saban's going to win. Plain
Yeah.
and simple. Like, if
Well,
he's going to get the
in
recruits in,
recruits,
yeah,
which
recruits are going to come
LSU.
in just because of his name, you know?
The crazy thing is LSU. LSU's actually lost some recruits. And I say that like in-state recruits. So like
Right.
LSU is the premier college in Louisiana, which Louisiana has a buku of talented athletes. Just look at the New Orleans area alone, man.
Right. There's so many, even Baton Rouge. I mean, Harlem
Right.
Berry that was killing it on Saturday night. And the second half, he got one carry. One. Remember when we were talking
Well,
about Harlem Berry? When he was
yeah, I mean,
balling Saturday night? And then the second half, he got one carry.
I think it may have been a setup because did you see how many times the camera was on? Like every time, like after there was a questionable play call, it literally went to Brian Kelly's face on the headset, like what he was saying to the headset, and he said like, "What are we doing?" a couple times or something on the lines of that. It was kind of humorous.
Well, we've been saying this all season as fans that offensive coordinator was not it.
Yeah.
You're playing just quit with the screenplays.
Well, and so I talked to a man from work, a good man from work. He's one of them Tigers too. He actually drives from Louisiana every day, and that's what he said today. He said, "Man, he's got to go." He said, "He needs to go to Penn State somewhere up north and find home
I think he'll
because
go
it
to
ain't it
UCLA.
ain't."
He'll probably be the next UCLA coach.
You think so?
I think so.
It actually sounds accurate. Like it
That's
really
what I'm saying. It just sounds like a good place for him.
yeah. So like I with Sark, like I truly think Sark fits Texas.
Oh, definitely. I like
Because
Texas.
he's kind of like that. You know, he's kind of like he'll do the Western vibes of Texas. Did I share the wrong? I think I shared the wrong video on my page, McLovin. But anyways, but he still can schmooze the donors, right? So no, I didn't. Praise God. Anyways, he can still schmooze the donors. So you know, anyways, so you got Urban Meyer, which I think it would be hard to pry him away from media. Just saying.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing about Lane Kiffin now, Dan Lanning, that's an interesting one. I think Dan Lanning for LSU is very interesting. I've heard of Marcus Freeman for LSU, but Dan Lanning intrigues me.
I think Dan Lanning is probably the best option. He
Realistic, the best
yeah,
realistic option.
yeah. I mean, if you throw 15 million at him, Oregon has to match it, or they're gonna let him go. You know what I mean?
Well, and I'm kind of wondering, like, it's just, oh, I'm sorry, I've been carving pumpkins all day, dude. The kids' projects. You're gonna find out, man. Shout out to them parents out there that got kids, man. These holiday months hit hard, dude. It's project after project. We were just talking about that. We got to disguise. We disguised the pumpkin. We got to disguise the turkey next week. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I think Dan Lanning's solid. I think what I'm hearing is, but you never know. So, like job wise, as far as like what I mean by job is like ready to go and like you can consistently put stuff out, would be Kiffin going to LSU. But what I'm hearing is like as far as like totality job wise with money and having money on the back end of stuff, um, that would be Florida. They think Kiffin's. My thing is, why is Kiffin moving at all, anyways?
I mean, he,
Like Old Miss has money. I mean, it's, of
that's,
course, it's not,
but
you know, but
it's not
it's,
that school is just not a big school. Like if you when you
yeah,
think
that's true.
top 10 schools, I mean top three. Who do you think of? One, either LSU, Bama, or Ohio State. And
No,
I'll
what are
throw
you
a
talking
fourth one
about?
as Texas.
Jobs? What
Like
you?
just job
No,
wise.
but we're talking about jobs. I think it's probably going to be in Ohio State,
Right.
and literally all you got to do is have above 9-win season and beat Michigan, and the fans will ride
They're
with you
happy.
until.
Yeah.
And then I think it would probably be like a Texas and a LSU and a Georgia. Georgia would probably be a top job.
Yeah.
I just because I heard that today how many just
But like
talent how the talent
I'll put
wise.
Alabama in it. Top five. Like just those top five schools. I mean, LSU's within the top three for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
It's
still
just
the thing. Yeah, so
because of the fan base and just everything around it.
well,
It's a
that's what I said.
big
I
thing.
know they have like NIL money. Like I don't know
Hmm.
if it's like money within the school. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what Florida has. You know,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't know. LSU is going to be an intriguing job either way, so it's going to
I think
be
the only one that
interesting.
has
And I'm
like really, really good NIL money is the Texas schools because of just you know the
yeah,
uh
yeah. Well,
the
A and
alma
M's up there
maters.
now. A and M's up there now. They
Yeah.
have such a they've lost for years and have such a bloodthirsty just to get into the playoffs, and you know they were willing to do whatever it takes. Some say forced labor. I don't know. We'll look into that. McLovin, while we're on this topic, we'll just go ahead and slide into that LSU game. Just wrap
Okay.
this is just going to be an LSU enchilada, and let's just talk about it there because
Yeah.
from my perspective, and I'll just leave you off of where I left off, and then when I woke up, I literally just looked at the screen half awake, and I thought of you, and I went back to sleep. I was so tired. It was youth weekend.
Right. You were
So
up
I was
early.
up early and up and at 'em. So I left the scoreboard at 14-18 LSU. LSU just had some big plays. Brown goes down the seam and catches a nice fade
What a
route, and
catch! What a
what a
catch!
throw! I mean,
Yeah.
it was a catch. He did kind of slow down, but it was just a good all the way around. But I felt like I was like, okay, LSU's, there was some successful runs sprinkled in there. Your defense was making plays.
Right.
I'm Marcel Reed was mixed up, and like to me, that's where you hone in. Like you just A&M's a complete team. Like I think the way it went down, it was the nail in the coffin. But LSU, yeah, pretty much. Dude, y'all are playing well. What happened? Enlighten me. What happened from because really it was the second half that took a
It
dark turn.
it just seems like the play calling, like every time Joe Sloan play calls, it's really good in the first half, and the second half is just not there. Run
Well,
ball up the middle every
and,
time.
and y'all got ball. Did y'all get ball? Y'all got ball second half first, huh? Or
No,
no?
they did. They did.
Okay, okay.
They
Yeah,
drove down and
man.
scored immediately.
It's but the thing is that's what my curiosity was how do you go from um like I said, Nuss was smiling at the end of the first half. Defense looks like that they were kind of in Reed's head, and now the running backs, that's the thing that's crazy. That's why I think A&M, They're a complete team. I'm praying to the football gods up there. You know, when Texas plays them, we wipe them off the map, and that's that. But A&M, they have dudes at running back, so they don't have to just
Yeah.
rely on Marcel Reed. Like, and then the thing is, they did a good job on the transfer portal with Craver and Extension, or what is his name? Extension. That's what I think of his name. XX Extension.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. But yeah, dude, those guys are fast. Like those guys you got to account for, and it's either you play deep so they don't take the top off of you, or they're just going to pick you apart with the screen games because they can throw from out of the running back position. Um, they could throw from. I mean, dude, there's a lot of different stuff that A&M can hit you with. I don't like talking about A&M, but it's just anyways.
Right.
Just go ahead and comment of the downfall, where it started, and then the trend that picked up to y'all. Literally, what was it? 20 some odd unanswered points. Literally, I woke up and had to go to the bathroom when I saw that. It was that bad. So TMI. Sorry, brothers. Ronnie Thibodeau, what's up, big dog? How are you?
That's my
God
coworker
bless
right
you.
there.
Yeah, man. We always like it when a big dog comments in. Gosh, we need to get a sticker out there for the big dogs. We appreciate it, brother. We're a little late tonight. We're supposed to be on Sunday, but next Sunday, we promise. Anyways, McLovin, get to that LSU game, and we'll take it from there. What went wrong? What, like, truly? You say play calling, but what was the instant that you were like, we can't? Because that's where I'm at as a Texas fan. I'm like, we actually can't go down this road. Oh my God, we're gonna go. Oh my God, we just went 3 and out 3 times. Oh my
It's
gosh, we're down by
the screenplays. The guy calls up so many screenplays.
Do you think it's a personnel issue though? Like, is
No,
it because
the personnel is really good. Like this should have been a better year than it has been. In the Ole Miss
y'all's
game, we
line's
had
gonna?
chances to win that game. In the Vanderbilt game, we had chances to win that game. A&M, we shouldn't have lost the way we lost. We were playing well in the first half. Why do you change the game plan? I get A&M's going to change their game plan, but our game plan was working. Run the ball with Harlan Berry, get short second and third down, and convert.
Harlan Berry, but that's with Harlan Berry, man. He's not featured. Durham's the featured back of
Yeah, but
LSU.
we sat Durham and started Harlan Berry.
Okay, yeah, I mean he looked
That's
good.
why,
He's a
and
quick
it was
guy.
working. He had like 60 yards in the first half. Why not continue to feed him, getting us short second and third downs, and we have more chances to go up the field and try to score. You know what I mean?
So
Like it's plain and simple. We're trying to go vertical, not diagonal.
I mean, look, here's my problem is it's the worst play. If you have guys out on the perimeter with 4-3 speed, that's great. But I can't stand when we decide to line up not fourth, but third and say 4, and we're passing it. This is what confuses me, because if we're not going to pass it ahead of the line of scrimmage because we need 4 yards to gain, why would we pass it on somebody stepping back into a screen? Because I'm telling you, I've seen this more times than not. They get swallowed up, and they get swallowed up fast. All it takes is one guy to miss a block. But Texas does the same thing. Why not at least, at bare minimum, when you're doing these screens, have the man in least motion so his body is moving forward to push at least ahead of the? And that's what I'm saying. I don't like
Yeah.
screens that you have to sit in, and then that player has to say, "Okay, caught the ball. Now let me find my lane." That's dead time to me. That's dead time.
Then you have to take into account, are those guys going to actually block for you?
Yeah,
They did not.
Well, and in the SEC, it's different, because you've got big bodies at the defensive back positions.
Oh,
I mean, you've
definitely.
got linebackers
But
working down lines or screaming down
that's the
line there.
that is the weakness in A&M's defense is their secondary. We should have thrown all over their secondary. There's no question about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if I'm just like that surprised at A&M
I'm sorry, Arkansas is
or
almost beat
impressed
them.
with A&M, or I'm that surprised with LSU. It's one of the
I'd be
two.
more surprised that LSU lost the way they lost, but I'm not surprised because Brian Kelly was coaching that team.
Well, hey, look, it,
He's gone
you're
now,
on to a
so
new one. Is it he? So is he going to finish the season, the duration of the season? Is he
no,
finished
he's
it?
gone. He
Oh,
was
they
fired.
just they're like, yeah, hey, bye.
He'll leave the duty.
I saw something towards the end of the season that I thought they informed him, but man, I guess that's a new thing. Like with guys that because you got to remember now, it's not like just getting let go like it was 5-6 years ago. Because now you've got to get out and ahead and the players that you have, and that takes NIL, that takes recruiting. You now have to recruit your own players. So LSU, who y'all got next week, McLovin? Just an early look ahead. Not too much of a review, but just an early look ahead to see who.
I mean, we have a bye week and then we
Oh
play Alabama.
yeah, well, see, that's not look. I get that's exactly why it happened, which is telling, dude. That's telling, and the
Yeah.
reason I say that is most of the time. Not, I mean, if you would have beat A&M, I think it would have been a head scratcher. But most of the time, coaches the programs kind of know, especially going into that bye week. A lot of coaches or programs won't hold on to their coach through that bye week, especially if it's
No.
already done. That it's pretty much you're waiting till the bye week or the week going into that. Then you let them go. Then you have a weekend. So they may have knew about it before, or it may have been one of those things where like, hey, Kelly's gone at the end of the season. Oh
I
yeah,
know.
blows the lead to A&M. Nope, bye week, perfect timing.
I know Frank Wilson is our interim head coach.
Okay. Can we
So,
expect a little dog out of him though?
oh, definitely.
Okay.
He's been with LSU for a long time. He's our running backs coach.
All I'm
And
saying, well, look, Arkansas fired their head coach and they got better. I don't like they've been competing with A&M. They've had some tight games. I don't know if it's just heart from the team or they just plain out got better. But
I think
anyways, LSU, that's going to be all on our take. McLovin, any final words for Brian Kelly and his family? I'm sure they're moving out of Baton Rouge as we speak.
I'm hoping they are. I'll put they're out right now. I hope they're on the road.
Bye. See ya.
See you later.
Man, Baton Rouge ain't got no love for that man.
Nope.
At least his coaching style. Anyways, well, we're gonna go on. We're gonna go on to I don't know if you want to peek into the Vanderbilt game in Mizzou game because that one got interesting.
Actually, I want to peek into the Ole Miss Oklahoma game.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Lead off.
Wow. What a game. First off,
Yeah, yeah.
that
I
was a
would,
really, really good coach game by Lane Kiffin.
dude. Lane
Really?
Kiffin. He hasn't lost his. That's what I get worried about. Sork. Sork has sometimes, but we'll get to that later. But sometimes you're like, dude, Sark, you were the offensive guy. Lane Kiffin, I feel like, has gotten better as an offensive coordinator. And he's just having fun. That's what's scary. Lane Kiffin's having fun with this, dude.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's entertained by Anyways, I guess Brent Venables didn't steal his signs, but yeah, it was a good game.
Nah.
What's your take, brother?
So I think that Chambliss kid, he's gonna be a good quarterback. He's just not top tier yet. I mean, he played at a smaller school last year, but this year he's taken this. The one thing I will say about this, the switching of the quarterbacks
Yeah.
on third down or in the first half, they switched the quarterbacks, which Chambliss is already rolling on that drive, why not finish with him instead? They brought the second string quarterback in. I know to trip him up, but I mean he's cold. He ain't been on the field that whole time since warmups. That's just
I
I think
mean,
that was a bad call on Lane's part, but I see what you're doing. You're trying to trip him up, but it's just I think it was a bad decision. They could have scored a touchdown late in the second quarter, and they ended up scoring a field goal.
Chambliss, he's I think he's the guy next or Lane Kiffin wants. I mean, he's slippery in the pocket,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
agree.
just
He's a great runner. He's a great running quarterback.
stylistically. I'm not saying he is, but stylistically, he's of that kind of Kyler Murray style, not as quick as Kyler Murray, maybe, but they once stuff breaks down, it's even that much more dangerous because now
Oh, definitely.
you're hoping that your cornerbacks are holding on, and then also now you've got to worry about can we contain what he's what he's doing. So I think Lane Kiffin he's in his prime and he's fixing to probably get paid for it. So I hope
Oh,
Ole Miss
definitely.
enjoys it. Ole Miss, can we just be fair? Would you agree that Ole Miss stamped their playoff ticket with that win? Unless, let me check who's on the back end of their schedule.
Not necessarily. It could stamp them into the SC championship, but they do have South Carolina. They
Well,
could
yeah,
upset them.
you still got
Florida
A&M.
and Mississippi State, which
Yeah,
they should win out. They should for sure win out.
yeah, but dude, McLovin,
But the
like
loss
I
to
know
Georgia, but does Georgia win out? If Georgia wins out, they're not getting to the SC
Georgia
championship.
better not win out. Or I'm gonna be mad. We see them in 2 weeks,
If
3 weeks technically. But you know what I'm saying though. Lane, this is the problem though. Lane Kiffin. How many years have we saw Lane Kiffin do the same thing? As good as he is, well, we're
oh,
like,
definitely.
all right, man. Ole Miss, I think they're in it this year, and they'll go drop one that it's just like they did it. Like I mean, last year I think Dart had um he had like 4 picks against Florida, like in the one quarter, like 1.5 for sure. But it was just strange things happen. So now this is what I do want to touch up on, McCloven. Remember 2 weeks ago when I sat there and said everybody's sitting here saying, well, Texas, Oklahoma has a loss to give against Texas. Who has a loss to give? If you're in the SEC, you do not have a loss to give.
No,
You
you don't
should
at
you
all.
should play like that. You should play. I have no losses to
You should
give.
play like you need to be undefeated to make it to the college football playoff.
I said that, and then here we are because I said, hey, if they take the loss to Texas, well, that's what I said. They look at the back half of their schedule. Like every team from here on out is ranked, and it gets better. What do they have to go to? I think they go to Bama, or they go. Did they play y'all?
They
Don't
play
y'all
us.
play?
They play us last week. They played Missouri, Tennessee, and Bama.
Yeah, so they're going to go to Tennessee this week at a Tennessee team that's not playing bad. I think they're
They're a good football team. Tennessee might win,
solid.
especially
So I'll give them
at
a
home.
solid spot.
At
Yeah.
home.
So and then you go to Bama, and then you go to Missouri. Now Missouri also played 3 quarterbacks, but I could see it. So
Yeah, the Missouri's gonna play backup quarterback. So that little pretty boy that we were talking about last week, he's out for the season.
well, let's roll into that game, McCloven, because I don't know what they need to play some quarterback that makes the team not live off the run because Missouri cannot throw the football.
That's very
Like
true.
it's if it's not Hardy, but dude, Mizzou, honestly, Mizzou's mental mistakes in that game. They had 3 like huge fumbles. Matter of fact, they got an This is how bad they got an interception, and then after the interception on the return, it got stripped.
Oh
Come
my
on,
goodness.
man. This was this yeah. So, um, And the only
Missouri's
reason why I like getting into this game is because it leads to my game because we play Vandy next week. Would
right.
I say Missouri actually impressed me even though they're in a loss. They brought Vandy all the way down to the wire in that game, and at Vandy, playing three quarterbacks. So one thing I do think that game did expose about Vandy was, I mean, dude, how many times did you see pressure on Pavia?
So much.
And technically you saw the same thing with LSU in a sense, but you just didn't see the containment with so much with LSU. And I
Right.
think that's what kind of led to why LSU and Marcel Reed, kind of that containment got out.
Right.
But
Uh, I will say this. That was probably Diago Pavia's worst game of the year that he's played.
next week will be his worst game. This week's going to be his worst game.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Hey,
It's cross boy.
you can't be down 17 points to Vanderbilt. They had too good of a defense. So
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
that way.
I don't know. It's
Arch looked so good in that fourth quarter, by the way. He looked
Arch is
so
probably not
poised.
going to play this week, so that's where the question is. Well, it's a question, but okay. Roll into it since we're finished with Vanderbilt because I just want to touch up. I thought it was impressive to wrap that topic out. I thought Missouri did battle without having quarterbacks. I thought there was a lot of mental mistakes,
I
and
mean,
I'm
their
like,
backup
man, if
quarterback
you have
wasn't
that back,
bad.
you're probably winning this game.
Their backup quarterback was 14 for 23, a touchdown, and 138 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't look bad.
No. Well, and so we'll roll into Texas. I think so. Next week, little quick preview to finish out the Vandy going to Texas. So next week is it gets interesting because that's what I'm saying. As well as Colin Simmons is playing right now, I don't think anybody wants to have that guy on the edge of any line on the opposite side of that football team. Like the
Yeah.
dude's playing lights out. Anthony Hill, they've brought back to which he has been dropping in coverage. Now they have him more so. I think he had like twice as many quarterback rushes as he normally does. So that's a dude coming at you too. So that would be interesting to see how Pavier will handle that. And it's going to be it boils back down to when you have a guy like that. It's not can you get the guys to them because a lot of times those guys are elusive enough to make one or two things happen, and then they could dodge a phone in the telephone booth. So
Can I say this?
go ahead, say it.
Wingo cannot drop wide open passes. Plain
Dude.
and simple. I watched him
Oh,
drop 3 wide open
it
passes in
wasn't
that
just
game.
Wingo, dude. It wasn't just Wingo.
Yeah,
We've
but
had a
that's the
we've
one I've seen
had
the most. And the
yeah
time that I
Wingo
watched that
Wingo
game,
had Wingo had at least two drop passes, but it wasn't just Wingo. The thing is with
but
Wingo is
there's
Wingo had about two drop passes, but he also had like dang near 200 yards receiving. So I don't like. That's where it's hard, man.
what I
It's hard
don't
to
like
judge these guys.
as well with y'all's team is y'all switch the running backs in and out so much where they can't get a rhythm going. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when
yeah,
Weissner was just the back when what's his face was hurt. He was the back. He was getting a lot of yards and he got going and he was able to continue. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't, I don't know
And
if
I'm not
that's
saying anything like negative about the second string running back. I think he's good as well, but you got to stick with one and let him get after it.
yeah, I don't know if that's as big as a problem as it is just like at the health. I think the health is where that trips up. I don't think it's just like the fact of like, hey, can these guys run a 1-2 punch? I think it's like, well, Wasner's still somewhat hurt. Let's throw CJ Baxter in there, but we only want him to get 5 carries. So it's just like
Yeah.
it's hard to. Not only is it hard to just go out there and feel comfortable playing on something that, especially like a hamstring that because you got to think these dudes are getting bunched up, and what are they doing? They're driving their legs. Perfect time to re-injure that. So I'm sure the guy's in a position where he's literally been hurt for a year and a half. So I'm sure he wants to be out in the field. So he's probably, I don't want to say he's speeding up his own rehab, but
Right.
CJ Baxter's a good back. It's just how healthy is he, and can he go in with a rhythm? Because like this dude he's played like 2 to 3 games of football in 2 years.
Yeah.
If you watch him at the end of his freshman season, you start to see really clearly like, okay, this dude's a dude. And then he gets hurt in an Oklahoma State game, and then it's just been kind of like one thing after the other. And so, like I said, I think it's not can they play as a 1-2 punch. It's how far their health will let them thrive, and then not only health, but you've got to have reps to get in rhythm. So
Right.
I don't know. Arch looks extremely well. I was proud of him. I've been proud of him the last. I'm not going to say 2 games, but I'll say. Well, no, I can't even say. Look, we'll just say game. Last game, we'll take it in chunk. I was proud of him against Oklahoma, but Kentucky was by far the worst Texas offensive performance in a while.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Arch is more than likely going to be out this week, playing Vandy at noon. The only thing is we have a backup dude. Now I don't want to shoot his name to the moon and back and then have him bust because we got Arch, we got a little PTSD, but the guy is the one who came into the game on that second down, I believe. And he threw the touchdown to Emmett Mosley in the corner. Now, what's crazy about that is the dude actually checked into that throw. Matthew Caldwell actually comes into the game and checks into that fade to Emmett Mosley, which is impressive because apparently he saw something. And then not only that, but just cold arm, be able to sit there and lop a ball up at the corner. I was impressed.
Oh, definitely.
I was impressed. I'll take a breath break, and you could say insert what you need to.
Are we talking about the Mississippi State game?
Well, no, we're just talking about. So Matthew Caldwell is going to make the start probably this week, and I think I like as much as you're worried about that. I don't think it's a situation where he comes in and he just plays so much more better than Ryan Wingo. Or excuse me, Arch Manning, and then you're going to see debates about Arch Manning. I think he just knows his role. He came here probably to play at the University of Texas to get a scholarship, and he's actually a solid football player. So it's going to be interesting to see because every time he's come in for us, he's like thrown a dart like right away, and it looks crisp. I'm hoping
this is your time to shine.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping it's one of those things. I'm hoping it's one of those things where the offense could kind of see a little bit more rhythm because like Arch is still like he's getting his own rhythm, but when you I feel like Caldwell's more so one that can execute it at the game level. Arch executes, he executes the game plan, but it's more like he's more like a Pavia when he's kind of
Caldwell I think has more experience.
Yeah, he's been to 3 or 4 different schools. I think Troy was his last school.
Yeah, and this is your chance to look really good before you. I think
he only has 1 start against a Power 4 school. So send it, buddy. But I will say this. Like I said, I think we're going to be surprised because I think he's better schematically. I think Arch is one of those people. When Arch, it's something about when we're faced so when Arch goes down 17 points, we just start slinging the ball, and I wanted to throw my phone at the screen because it's so bad when you have to put us through 3 quarters of just stagnation. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, that's probably bad. We just let these dudes break a what was it, 65, maybe 70-yard play to the,
Yeah.
that they Mississippi State. When you lose, like you barely beat somebody, and it's like, oh well, and everybody else saying, well, those are bottom feeder SEC teams. Look, dude, I feel like we took a shot from Kentucky, and I feel like we took a shot from Mississippi State. I feel like we took a really good shot from Mississippi State. And the reason I say that, we have like there's four ex-Texas players that are playing at Mississippi State. Brendan Thompson, the receiver, was at Texas. Now he's at State. The middle linebacker was at Texas. Now he's at State. So, but now to be fair, I will say this about Kentucky, McLovin. This is what I think Texas doesn't do good, because I find Kentucky, I feel like they come at least looking sharp now. I feel like they got down after they threw that early pick, but it looks like even in the Georgia game, they came and I think it was 7-7. Like they come out ready to play. Like they come out, aggression up, energy up, and then man, it's just that's what Texas didn't do. When you have a team like that, you've got to put them out. Like when you have opportunities, when you have turnovers in your territory, you've got to go put 7 on the board. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we did that, but we come back from 17 points. Ryan Niblett's a dude. Stop kicking to him. I want to make a T-shirt. I might just make a T-shirt that just says 21 on the front of it. 21, 21. That's what I think when he starts running 21-21. Boy, that man is going crazy. Look, he had a punt return against Oklahoma, had 2 punt returns against Kentucky that went 40-plus yards and literally set us up to win that game. And then he comes here and sets us up. McLovin, that's 3 games that this man has set us up to win games as a punt returner. As a punt returner, and it looks like he runs a 4.5. I don't understand.
4.5.
I would love to see his official 40 time, and I'm not hating on him by any means, but when you seen Devin Hester or when you seen Tyreek Hill, you at least knew why you were getting a return. Like those guys were uncatchable. Like all they needed was a slither of space and gone. Tyrann Matthews, the same thing, brother. Gone. Right. What did he run? A 4.3, maybe high 4.2? I don't know. Yeah, man. But anyways, we avoid disaster, and I'm able to walk with my head held semi high. I'm not just shouting to the top of the rooftop. So we'd be Mississippi State, but I'm like, low key, dude. Anytime you come back from 17 points in the fourth quarter, you're like, dude, we just did that. Yeah, for sure. So, anyways, Brian Kelly's gone. Next game. You sure send it, man. I'm always ready for next game.
Alabama at South Carolina.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame.
South Carolina should have won that game.
I mean, here's my thing is, how do you let them, for one, the play that they scored on was like a busted trick play.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for Lenore Sellers. I think he had a fumble in that game, but
yeah, but I mean, they're playing too many quarterback runs just straight up the middle, and they were able to pull him up while stripping the ball. So I mean, you can't just lay it all out on him. The rest of the team's got to do their job.
Lenore's yeah, dude, it's just like I said, I hate watching it because you feel like South Carolina's a team that's going to get one, and now I'm just like, man, they deserve to get one for Lenore's.
Yeah,
or Sellers. I can refer to him by his last name. It didn't matter. You just feel like they should get one because the dude's probably where would you put him in the draft? Would you have him in the top 3 at least? Quarterbacks, not picks, but quarterbacks.
I don't know, top 3, top maybe 15, I would say.
Quarterbacks?
Yeah. Oh, no. I thought you meant like top 15.
No, I'm talking about quarterbacks. I'm talking about quarterbacks.
Definitely top 3.
Yeah. But it's just like I don't know. Like, so this has been
my quarterback in this would probably be Ty Simpson. He looked really, really good. Not this game. This game.
Ty Simpson's my front runner to win the Heisman.
Nah, I think.
Go
I
ahead.
like Diego Pavia for it, but I don't think he's gonna win it.
Well, dude, Ty Simpson went out there in as the new quarterback of Alabama, who already was questioning Kalen DeBoer, goes out there and loses to Florida State, and he has absolutely looked nothing but like a dude since then. Like he's throwing the ball well, he's making right decisions. I mean, the dude's like seriously, I've been more impressed with him. Like yeah, do you even hear from Ohio State anymore? Like, I'm thinking about Julian saying, I'm like, dude, I don't even see Ohio State scores. They
I
must get
think
just
I think someone that's really underrated, Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback from
for
Indiana,
sure, for sure.
and he looks incredible.
Are we going to go on to our honorable mentions and then roll it out because we
Yeah,
can
let's do
pop,
it.
dude.
I love.
Indiana is people need to stop like Indiana. On a neutral field, I say Indiana beats Ohio State 100%. Like
Oh,
it's a close
definitely.
game. I think if you played it 3 times, one team would for sure get one. But I just it's like steamrolling. Like it's going in there with intention to like show you that Indiana is a football school now.
And have you seen? Mendoza's younger brother is their backup quarterback, and he got
I didn't know
like
that.
a 50-yard touchdown run,
Did
and he
he?
was just happy for him, dude. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
man. I like seeing Indiana in what they do. It's exciting to not see the like to me it just gets a little. There's a lull when just Alabama just goes on this king of the hill for like 10 years. Like I like it mixing up. Like every now and then get Indiana and them playing for a spot, but Indiana is not a team. Does Indiana have Ohio State left, right? Or they don't
No,
clash with them.
they won't clash with them. Indiana has an extremely easy schedule.
Easy
They'll be in the
schedule.
Big Ten championship versus
Well,
Ohio State.
yeah, so they the only games. Well, they do have Penn State, even though that doesn't matter. Wisconsin, Wisconsin's so sad now because Wisconsin used to be a team that could always get you. But yeah, for sure. Penn State, or excuse me, Indiana is a team with that is seriously definitely not. I wouldn't want to play them. I don't care. Like, there's some teams I'm like, man, like Vanderbilt, low key. I'm like, dude, I'm kind of ready to play them as a Texas because I see some holes.
Yeah,
I just see straight up energy with them boys up there. No lie. McLevin, roll us on to our next. I'm still trying to. I was trying to close out. Somehow my email popped up on here. Now I'm trying to fiddle around with this. Dude, BYU. I think BYU is going to be the team that actually wins the Big 12. That's my take.
they
I'm
very much
impressed.
could.
I'm
Yeah.
impressed with BYU. Oklahoma State has fell flat on their face, sadly. They go get rolled by Texas Tech, 42-0.
Houston beat
Yeah, that's good one.
Arizona
Good
State.
pick. Yep.
Houston's ranked.
Um,
Houston, the
and
server one.
we were talking about that. I thought that Kenny Dillingham was off to a. I thought they were going to be off to a little win streak with the big win the week before, but I think Houston may. Is it a playoff? No, but it's. I think that they may get in a bowl and upset somebody.
Let me see. Let me see their remaining schedule. So they played West Virginia, UCF, TCU, and then Baylor. They could win out. Houston.
Yeah, I don't think Baylor is.
Their only losses to Texas Tech.
Who Baylor's?
No, U of H.
Dang, brother, I didn't see. I didn't see U.S. I didn't see South Florida go down to Memphis. I was actually high on South Florida.
And
They
they've had
lost.
some good games this year.
Yeah, they were number 18. They lost 34-31. That's a big anyways, let me find one more game before I go because you see me yawning on here, dude. I'm freaking. I pulled some. We pulled the pumpkin seeds out of the pumpkin. I don't know if anybody knows any good pumpkin seed recipes. Old dad has the kids always thinking on next level. But anyways, McLovin, I appreciate you. I just want you to know, from a Longhorn fan to an LSU fan, there's always respect.
Yes, sir.
Um, I hope that people are just throwing beignets at each other right now in the streets because there's a new energy in the air. Although you haven't named your head coach, it's coming. It's coming, and I'm sure it's going to be. This is probably one of the hires for LSU, kind of like when Texas hired Herman or Herman. Definitely not those days, but hired Sork. It's probably gonna be a big splash, brother. They're not gonna try to get this one wrong. They're gonna come up with the money
No,
to
they're
throw the
gonna they're
bag
gonna
at
take their
somebody.
time and be for sure with their guy that they want. So
Well, 10-4, McLovin. As always, it's been a pleasure
they're
getting on here with you and doing this thing, guys. If you haven't already, we appreciate you watching, for one, commenting, all you do. If you haven't already, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you social media. Give us a like, follow us. We're just started. This is our first year on the college football tincture. And we're gonna revamp some things. We're gonna make it look a little bit more neater next year. But this has been a true cool year with a good buddy of mine, a best bud of mine,
yes, sir.
McLovin. And this is just year one. We're just tearing up, man. We're somebody told us the other day we should have a watch party, and I was like, man, that's a watch party. That's intriguing. So
I'll be down for that.
for sure. But anyways, yeah, as always, we appreciate you tuning in to the Peach and Me Game Day show. And I am Peach, your host, and McLovin, your co-host, and we're just two buds. McLovin, send us out so we can go to sleep.
Hey guys, like, subscribe, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook,
Everything.
you know it. We'll
God bless you.
we'll be here week in, week out. Go
We
Titans.
we need
Go
it.
Horns.
Did you say? Oh, I thought you said go Titans.
No, it's like go Horns.
Dadgum Cam Ward fan now on me. All right. Well,
Nah.
God bless you. Until next time, guys, we love and appreciate you. Keep us in your prayers. Always, Peach Me Game Day Show. Thank you for watching.